Right, Justin Bieber may have chucked a lot of eggs toward his neighbor's home because now a felony vandalism investigation is underway. We'll talk legal here with our analysts Sunny Hassan and Danny Savalos. But first, let's go straight to L.A. to our digital correspondent there, Alan Duke. And Alan, we know this the sheriff's news conference has just ended. Tell me what you learned.
Well, first of all, there was an arrest made at Justin Bieber's house today, but it had nothing to do with the egg vandalism. Instead, it was one of Justin's friends who was staying there. They found allegedly cocaine on him, so they made a felony cocaine arrest. As far as Bieber, he is a suspect in a felony case, vandalism from the egg throwing. What they were looking at today, they had about a dozen deputies go into Justin Bieber's house here in the Calabasas area. Now, this is a very exclusive neighborhood. Katherine Jackson and Michael Jackson's kids live right down the street. Britney Spears has lived there. A whole bunch of really famous and rich people live in this. It's got 2 security gates you have to get through. They were looking for surveillance video. I've been into these mansions before, into their security rooms. I can tell you, they've got cameras everywhere. They've got like a war room for security there. And so somewhere the investigators are hoping is video of the egg throwing incident, which they say caused about $20,000 in damage to the neighboring mansion.
$20,000. I think that's worth underscoring.
Yes. Yes. And it only had to be less than $1,000 would have made it a felony. So this is a serious felony investigation. It's not the first time deputies have been to Justin Bieber's home since he moved into the Oaks community a couple of years ago. They've been called there because of a neighbor accusing Bieber of spitting on him. Another neighbor's accusing Justin Bieber of riding in his high-powered performance cars up and down the street, the quiet residential street at a high rate of speed. But this time, it could land Justin Bieber in court. The sheriff's investigators will decide if there's enough evidence to take it to the district attorney for prosecution.
Quickly, Alan, just to follow up, was Bieber home? Is he being cooperative?
He was at home and he was cooperative. He had about a dozen deputies knock on his door. His security came, let them in. They talked to Bieber, not about their investigation because they're waiting until he's got a lawyer. He insisted on that apparently. But they did talk to him about who's in the home, that sort of thing. Things they needed to know to execute the search warrant. They said he was cooperative. He was not detained. He was not actually questioned about the vandalism.
Okay, Alan Duke, thank you. Sunny and Danny, can we just have a reality check moment for a second? We're talking eggs potentially causing upwards of $20,000 in damage. We're talking felony vandalism because of this. Have either of you ever heard of a case like this?
Well, I haven't
hear about it.
Heard of felony. Really? Because I haven't heard about felony egg throwing, and I have heard, of course, about felony vandalism. But we're hearing that, you know, Justin Bieber's home is a $6.5 million home. If all the neighbors have similar type homes, then clearly, you know, you could do $20,000 of damage if you break a couple of windows or stain siding. But I think the larger issue here is we're seeing again sort of this celebrity, the effect of celebrity on young people. I mean, I'm thinking back to Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears, and perhaps, you know, we're now seeing sort of the destruction of the Bieber brand, and I wonder again, you know, where are his advisors, where are his parents, why is someone in his home being arrested for felony, you know, drug possession? This is a real problem, not only just for his image and his brand, but just for Justin Bieber. Remember, this is a kid.
Okay, brand is one thing, Danny Savalos, but when I was watching this happen, when I saw all these, you know, sheriff's deputies, cars and patrol cars swooping in, I just kept thinking, my goodness, if I live in this county, and I'm thinking this is where my tax dollars are going to work. I mean, is this the best use of law enforcement resources here?
It's really astounding when you see the difference between a criminal investigation for egging in this community, excuse me, compared to, say, North Philadelphia, where I'm from, or South Central LA. Can you imagine an egging probe where there are more than 1 or 2 cars dispatched to, what, dust for prints? I don't know what they're going to do there. Here's what you have to consider. I see egging cases fairly from time to time, I would say, but they're in juvenile court where juveniles are committing them, and usually they end in a pretrial intervention program or some kind of probation. You don't get a lot of adult felony egging cases. Part 2 that I find even more astounding is that they executed a search warrant they allegedly found cocaine in the home. Justin Bieber is lucky he didn't get charged with constructive possession.
We'll
have to see what the facts are. They arrested someone, but if it's in his home, a creative prosecutor could charge him, like Sonny, with constructive possession of that cocaine, depending on where it was found in the home. And Sonny, you know I'm right.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just shaking my head a bit over this one. Sonny Hostin and Danny Savalos, thank you, and Alan Duke, thank you very much.